Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing good. I can only describe this video as a Christmas classic. A classic Christmas keyring using the 9 cavity mould from Moulds and Shapes. This is the most perfect keyring mould you could possibly ever have. Now I have got these. I bought these from Shein. They are your beautiful American red truck with Christmas tree image UV DTF stickers. And I also bought these. I'm not going to be using these ones in today's video, but how beautiful are they? Santa in his sleigh being pulled by a reindeer. We are going classic, so we're going Christmas classic colours, red and green. We are keeping it simple. The resin I'm using in today's video is the Let's Resin 2-part epoxy, part A and B, equal amounts. Right. Like I said, we're going classic. So this is a simple one. This is a beginner friendly classic Christmas keyring. However, since finishing these, I am very confident that these could also double up as tree decorations because to me, they came out so perfect. And even with their keyrings on, would look absolutely beautiful hanging from a Christmas tree. I'm using, like I said, the classic red and green, and I'm using the Vista liquid pigments. Into one goes the red. Like, you cannot get more Home Alone. Like, if you wanted Home Alone Christmas, you cannot get more Home Alone than these two colours. Classic green, classic red, keeping it simple. Green and red. Now, I did mix up a large cup of resin and I just divided it between the two cups, kind of as equal as I could get. I wasn't too sure if I'd have enough resin for all 9 cavities, but we're just going to make as many as we possibly can with the resin that I've mixed up. Turns out I did have enough, but one of them just has a little layer at the top. Now, we're filling these up, but not right to the very top. We want room for the UV DTF stickers. Now, these ones here, again, they're beautiful, but I don't think they work as well with these colours. I think they need more of a, I guess, like a snowy, sparkly background than the Christmas red trucks. Now, in the middle cavity, you'll see there are some droplets. That is actually alcohol. I did give this mould a nice little spray of alcohol before I started, so don't worry that that's water. Again, just pouring what I can into each of the cavities until I was perfectly happy. You must leave room at the top. I would say around 3 mil, 2 to 3 mil at the top is enough to be able to lay your sticker down and give them a beautiful top coat, bringing it to a kind of like a dome, but we'll go through that and you'll see that later in the video. I was running out of resin at this point, but I just had enough green just to give me around, I don't know, 4 mil layer of green into the center mold. Honestly, you don't actually need to use this much resin at all. You could do a lot more clear of a top coat than you need the base to be. So either way around you do it, it's going to work. I'm using my Let's Resin heat gun just to blow out any of those surface bubbles that have appeared since pouring. And this does a really great job. Now, I have already damaged this mold. So top left and bottom left of this mold I have damaged through excessive heat use. Now, that's not from a heat gun, that's from a lighter. If you get too close to the silicone, you will melt the silicone. Now, it's still a usable mold, but it will catch next time you pour some resin. It will catch where you've burnt the mold. So don't be like me. Have a little bit more respect for your mold and don't go anywhere near the silicone with an open flame. If you are new to resin, this is important information. If you've been doing resin a while, like me, you'll know this. It's just mistakes still happen. Now, the beauty about these stickers, okay, is that I was thinking, do I cut them to size? Do I, you could maybe put them on your Cricut and cut exactly the circle that you want. But actually, the more I'm learning about UV DTF stickers, the more I'm learning about how crunchy they are, I guess, and how easy they are to fit into a mold without cutting. So you can see me here just pushing it down. Now, as long as it has touched the resin, it will stick. The rest of it will not stick. It's easy to peel back. Like, probably one of the easiest ways to do this, because I'm always worried, like if there's any, it's very much like actually a temporary tattoo. If you've ever used a temporary tattoo on resin, you can get the temporary tattoo all the way to the edges, push it all the way around the edges, and then what hasn't stuck to the resin won't stay. You can just peel it off. And this was definitely the easiest technique. Now, this sticker here has got a beautiful background of a snowy tree line and a snowy house. I don't want those elements on the keyring. So you can see I'm going to zoom in for you guys actually in a second, you'll see it. But I'm just holding it with my hand because if this touches the resin, it's game over. I'm not going to get it back. So I'm just holding that bit in my hand to make sure that it does not become part of the image. I can see a bit of debris there by the tree now that I'm editing that I didn't visually pick up at the time. So again, it's just being extra vigilant, and you can see how easy the rest of that sticker just came away. This one is a good example. Pulling it back against itself, it automatically crunches and cuts. The UV DTF is like a crunchy sticker. So again, just pushing the edges back, they just come off. So I'm so glad I tried it this way, and I didn't go to the extra effort of trying to cut exact perfect circles. This one came out a dream. I spent a lot more time on this one, getting my fingernail right in there around those edges and just really pushing it down to the resin, crunching it's almost like using a craft blade, but you wouldn't want to do that near silicone like this. You wouldn't want to do that. But using my nail and like shoving that sticker up against the edge is automatically, naturally cutting the sticker where I need it to be cut. And if any is stuck to the silicone around the edge, you can literally just peel that off. So easy compared to peeling it off epoxy resin. If you are new to the world of UV DTF stickers, then once they're on your resin, guys, they're on your resin. They are a permanent forever feature. So you really want to make sure you're placing your stickers down where you want them before anything else, because the second they come into contact with the epoxy resin, it's game over. They're staying there. So don't even try and change your mind. At this point, I'm fully in love, fully obsessed. I am actually preferring the dark green background to the red background. There is just something about it, and I think it's probably the contrast. You've got this absolutely beautiful stark contrast between the red truck, the trees, and that dark green, whereas the red is a little bit red on red, and it is maybe a bit too much. Some of them have got the most perfect gaps as well, like top right, top left. You can see there's a gap of green, perfect for personalization if you wanted to, use these even as gift tags. Oh, what a gorgeous idea. Use them as gift tags, and then they could become keyrings for the person you're gifting the gift to. Or, like I said, individualized gifts personalized to the person. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm just using my fingers, my thumbs, just to run around all 9 of the keyrings. I'm rubbing around the periphery just to see if I've left any chunky hunky sticker out of the edges and sticking up. You definitely don't want it to be sticking up, because when you pour your top coat, it's going to protrude through the surface, and we definitely do not want that. So as soon as I was happy, I carried on making up the top coat. Now, the top coat is the same resin again, and I'm just pouring a small amount into each of the 9 cavities. I'm going to heat this little bit of resin up with my heat gun, just so that when I fill up the molds, it's already quite warm, and the second layer is going to be, what am I trying to say? The air bubbles, guys. Heating up this small amount of resin gets rid of all the air bubbles, but it also heats the resin up so that when the next layer comes in, it knocks out the air bubbles as well. So just leaving a tiny little bit of a gap so that when I use my heat gun, I'm not flying this resin everywhere and it's not going to come spilling out of those edges. And I'm just so in love with these images. They are just so classic. Now, I was saying earlier in the video, I prefer the green background To me, the red background is giving a very famous cola brand. And I'm sure you'll agree. If you weren't already thinking it, I'm sure you're looking at it now saying, yes, Claire, it is giving the Christmas advert for a very famous cola brand that I'm not going to name just in case. You guys can name it, of course, but I'm not going to name it on here just in case they think I'm trying to do something there. I don't know. You never know with YouTube. But to fill them up, I'm not pouring directly from the cup. I'm going slowly but surely using a wooden lollipop stick to get this absolutely beautiful dome. Now, on a couple of the edges like here, look at this. Guys, how did I miss it? A big chunk of sticker. A big chunk of loose sticker, which I ended up ripping out with my tweezers. Now, I don't know if I mentioned earlier in the video, but I have damaged this mould, and this is what I'm talking about. So because I accidentally got too close to the silicone with my flame, I have melted the edge, and now whatever I make in that cavity is going to stick to the mould. So we will have some cleanup. Just don't be like me, don't do that, but stunning results. The crystal clear, shiny, smooth, domed top coat is absolute perfection, and it just makes them so tactile. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna show you a few of them close up, like this one here where I poured over the loophole. I just have to drill that out with my jewellery drill when it comes to threading through the keyring. Not a big deal. I drill through the back, not the front, just in case I scratch the surface. You definitely don't want to do that. But the rest have come out absolutely fine. I didn't pour over the loophole. I love. Let me know your thoughts, whether you prefer the green background or the red. For me, it's definitely the green. I don't hate the red. It's just, yeah, it's too much. It's too close to a well-known cola brand. But yeah, super gorgeous. And I also love that these images are also quite vintagey. You know, they are quite vintagey. All of the trucks look a little bit rustic, and like this one here, that big gap where you could put mum, dad, or the name of a loved one, or the name of a friend that you're gifting something to, or yeah, anything is possible with these. They don't all have gaps though, but yeah, entirely up to you how you finish them. This is what we're looking like. I love them so much. I can't tell you. The top coat is just perfection, and I love it when my top coats come through and they don't give me any kind of issues with temperature dropping and things like that. Now, let's talk about the sticker for a second, because I got these stickers from Shein. But here's the thing, right? You can't just customize things on Shein. But Amanda Towgood from Resin Supplies Den on Facebook does custom sizes. So my plan now is to send pictures of these to Amanda to see if she can find the file, and then she can blow these up for me for like easily 10, 15, 20 centimeters, so that next year I could potentially make a magnificently large tray using this image. And that is the beauty of having someone right here in the UK who is Amanda Towgood who can do that for us. Now, time for the key rings. I had gold and I had silver. Sadly, my hands don't work, so Tim was able to put all of the key rings onto these for me, and they look gorgeous. Now, this is where a beautiful green or red pom-pom would come in and look gorgeous hanging off the side, or another Christmas charm, or indeed anything you wanted would just add to the beauty of these. I hope you all agree these are a simple, classic Christmas keyring, or a tree decoration, or a gift tag for a present that would then become a keyring. I think that is a genius idea. I love them. I hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!